So just as a quick review over here about layers, depending on the order that you have them in means that certain things are on top of other things. So keep that in mind as you layer things. And then when you are selecting, you have the option with the selection tool. You can have it auto select a layer. If that's unchecked, then you have to select the layer over here. I have gotten used to having that checked, so if I click on that blue, it selects that layer. If I click on this one, you can see it jumped to that layer. I'm going to undo that. The other thing is there's a lot of shortcuts here, but you can find them all in this menu here, kind of the same with any of these windows to the side. So I can do a new layer, I can duplicate a layer, I can delete layers, I can delete hidden layers, and I can also flatten the image entirely. Everything there will just be flattened together, and it will give you the option to delete the layers that you can't see. And then you can also merge visible, and you don't lose the ones that are not visible. So in terms of these ones that are not on, if I merge everything that's actually showing, then it'll combine those together. So you just want to double check before you do something like that you're not merging things that you don't want to lose. The other thing is you can lock layers together either through this, but you can actually select a few things here and hold down the shift key, or skip layers and hold down the command key. But if I do that and then I click the lock layer, that locks those two together. If they were not locked and I had a layer like this and I moved it, then it moves it independently. If I undo that and I actually have them linked like this, and it shows up here that those two are linked together, then when I drag it, it moves them together. That could be pretty handy. You just need to pay attention to the fact that you have it locked. And anything, if you want to create a new layer, you can just click this. I mentioned that. If you want to duplicate a layer, you can actually just drag it to that, or you can, and it just duplicated that same one, or you can create it here. But just as a quick review for those, and as you get more savvy and familiar with it, you'll find more tricks and more things that you want to do. As far as the selection tools and the things that I showed, I'm sure you're familiar with the fact that there's a million ways to do things, and there are probably better selection tools, but those are some quick DIY ways for students to get going for creating their imagery. Just don't forget, for our projects, you're probably going to want to flip it by going to image rotation, and flipping your canvas horizontal.